Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading. We have our 3 piles here with pile 1 on the left through to pile 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with all the cards that I'm using. You will also be able to find a link to my website where you can make private bookings if you're interested, along with all my socials in there. That being said, I will leave you with your selection and I'll see you in your reading. Okay, let's get for group 1, past energy. Energy of the past. Alright, current energy. And future energy. Any obstacles or blockages we need to be aware of. We've also got what we need to let go of and release, and what we need to focus on that will help us. Welcome group 1 to your reading. If you chose the pirates, then this will be your reading. Okay, so looking at the past energy here, we have the Empress, the Ace of Cups, and the 3 of Pentacles. So I see a very caring and nurturing person, someone who likes. Okay, so let's start with the past energy. We have the Empress here and the Ace of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. So with the Empress here, I feel like you are quite a nurturing person, someone who has dedicated a lot of their time and energy into their family or their children, or just, setting up a comfortable life for themselves. So, you know, with a good home, with things around them that they love. Okay, so we also have the Ace of Cups here. So yeah, I feel like you have spent a lot of your energy and time in nourishing what you love in the world. So whether that's, you know, creating a family for yourself, creating a strong partner, you know, just nurturing yourself and looking after yourself and, you know, giving yourself a good, fulfilling life, however that looks for you. So you also have the Three of Pentacles. So I do see someone who has, you know, a little team for themselves. So I'm seeing like a family unit. So someone who has, you know, found a partner, got a husband or wife, you know, got a strong connection with someone, and they've sort of, I see like a teaming up. So like someone, so they've, you know, created a family together. It might just be you and your partner. You've bought a house together, or, you know, so yeah, that's something that you've been working on. You know, your own little family unit, however that looks for you, your own little happy home life. You know, whether that's just, you know, you and your animals, or you and your partner, or you and your partner and your family. So yeah, however that sort of fits for you. Okay, so we'll move now into the current energy. So we have the Six of Wands coming out. So at the moment with the Six of Wands, you are, you know, you have gotten some recognition for your hard work, and you know, you are feeling quite accomplished, and you can see that your work is paying off because it's being praised or recognized, complimented on. You know, and yeah, people are showing their appreciation for what you do. So we also have the Devil coming out here in the current energy. So I feel like there's been something that you've recently been trying to kick, like could be an addiction, yeah, or just an unhealthy habit, or, you know, it could just be along the lines of anxiety or depression, or just self-intrusive thoughts, you know, self-sabotaging thoughts. So that might be also something that you've been working through. Yeah, I see, I'm sort of feeling like this person here is sort of like enticing you in, but it's actually, a lot of the time, it's like you're just being pulled along by your own mind, and it's like, yeah, you've been really trying to fight those aspects of your mind that are, you know, leading you in the wrong direction, and you've really got to focus on, you know, the more positive side of things. And, you know, you also have the sun coming out right here, so I feel like you're fighting to be in this sun energy here. So you're really pushing towards, you know, finding that contentment in life, finding all the sweetness in life, and you're getting there, and you're creating this beautiful life for yourself. But you've always got that sort of thing that you are needing to fight against and win the battle against, because it is like a constant battle. you know, much like any healing or beating any addiction, it's, you know, it's not just like you do it one day and then you're done. It's a everyday kind of battle. But you should be proud of yourself, and every day that you show up and you do this thing, and you know, you're not perfect, but every day that you show up and you do this thing, you're like one step closer to, you know, being the best version of yourself that you can be. Okay, so looking into the future energy now, we have the Five of Cups, the World, and the Four of Wands. So we have the Five of Cups here, so, and it's right next to the World, so it looks like coming up in the future, you will be looking forward to that moment of completing something and, you know, being super proud of yourself because you accomplished this big thing. So that might be like a project that you're working on, it might be a course that you're studying, yeah, it could be, you know, getting a new promotion. Like, it's a big accomplishment that this is in the future that you're going to be, so yeah, ticking off some goals there. And we've also got the Four of Wands here, so I see a lot of celebration happening here when you kick those goals and, you know, you complete this part of your journey. You're going to have like lots of people celebrating with you who have, you know, perhaps supported you for a long time and seen how hard you've worked, and, you know, they've always had your back. So you're going to be able to get together with these people and celebrate, and it's going to be a really joyous moment for you. So with the Five of Cups coming out here, I feel like there are going to be things that, it's always going to be up and down, so there are going to be things that happen that, you know, bring you back down. But you've got to remember, like, why you're doing it in the first place. And with the Five of Cups, I'm just hearing like you've got to rise above that because you know that you're better than that. Okay, so we're moving on to what are the obstacles and what are the blockages here. So we've got the Five of Wands coming out here. So there may be some tensions or conflicts that come up here that are going to, you know, be blocking you, and they're going to be putting you in a moment of feeling stuck and stagnant. So I think I'm hearing that the key here is just to hold space for these people that come and cause conflict, or, you know, yeah, that you're feeling off about. So, you know, if you feel this off energy about someone, just hold space for them. You don't need to try and fix it or, you know, problem solve it. You just need to sort of let it be for a while, because it's not your responsibility to try and fix it. You know, I think this is where the seeds of doubt come in, because you're getting caught up in other people's, you know, I'm hearing dramas, but, you know, it's their issues and you're getting caught up in it, and it's not that's why you can't fix it, because it's their responsibility to fix that for themselves. And you know, the only thing you can do is just keep shining and keep being the best version of you that you can be. That's what I was hearing here about. Just, you know, you're doing your best, you're doing it for the right reasons, you're coming from the right places, you're being authentic, you're true to yourself. So that's what you really need to focus on here. And you know, as long as you're doing all those things for yourself and you're holding space for the other person, then that's all you can really do. Okay, so we've also got the Hierophant coming out here. So it's a big time for you of self-reflecting on your practices and your own development. And it's a time just for higher learning as well. So learning off mentors or other people in your community or in your same field as you. So, you know, if this is all sort of like a career or a study thing, then, you know, connecting with other students or other teachers, just gaining all that extra learning that you can, and connecting with people so that you gain their insights and their perspectives. And you know, it's just a time of a lot of learning, and the more you learn off other people's experiences and their knowledge, especially people who have, you know, been around for a long time. Yeah, so, or you know, if it's just in a friendship group or in a community group or in a personal sort of development, spiritual development sense, then it's, you know, yeah, learning off other people within the community or within your group. You know, you all have different strengths and attributes, so, you know, you never know where people's talents may shine. If, you know, if you're lacking in this area, then someone might come along and pick you up in that area, and, you know, vice versa, you can also help them. Okay, so we also have the Knight of Wands coming out here. So what do we need to do here to release or unblock this energy? Just don't let anything sort of hold you back, or, you know, I'm seeing this wild horse in the background. Like, don't let anyone, you know, tame your wild hair, you know. Just be wild and jump into it, and don't hold back. Like, yeah, don't listen to any outside opinions, or, you know, you get people jumping in all the time going, well, this is what I experienced, this is, you know, this is how I did it, or, but, you know, you're running your own race. And, you know, I just see this lady here jumping on this horse and just like riding it bareback, like just so fearless and ready for everything that comes at her, that life throws at her. So yeah, you're not gonna stop, or you're not gonna flinch, or you're not gonna, you know, let any of those opinions or, you know, differences stop you from getting on that horse and just running as fast as you can through this journey, through this adventure that you're on in life. Okay, so we have, what do we need to let go of and release here? What are we working through here? Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles here. So what I'm hearing here with the Ace of Pentacles is, you know, we're going to put a lot of our passionate energy into this project or this journey or this, you know, career, this thing that we're doing. And we're going to really be nurturing it and helping it grow. So okay, so this is the King of Pentacles coming out here as well. So what am I feeling here? I feel like you will gain a lot of experience over time here. And I think the thing that you need to sort of let go of is, you know, having all the answers or being almighty knowledgeable from the get-go. You know, everyone started at the beginning, or everyone started with the amount of knowledge that you have right now, and they all have grown and, you know, become great. So, you know, it's just about building it all up over time, and, you know, not getting too caught up on all of the little details, and just sort of, you know, it's not like you're faking it till you make it. It's just you've got to have that sort of trust in the process that you have what it takes. And, you know, even though you may not have it all planned out and mapped out, you're still capable. And, you know, just give things a go. Even if you're scared and you think that you may not be able to handle it, just give things a go and see what happens. Because, you know, that's how you will grow, and you'll get more experience by, yeah, putting yourself out there. Yeah, and everything happens at a more practical pace then. So, you know, you've got to have that sort of sense of just going with the flow and letting things happen at a nice pace. Like, Rome wasn't built in a day, so not all good things can be rushed. Okay, and we also have the Queen of Wands here. So I'm hearing, yeah, just don't let anyone dull your sparkle. I think you know how much passion you have for what you're doing and the area that you're putting into this. Yeah, you know your passions, where your passions lie. You know that fire burning inside of you. And, you know, you are allowed to step into the spotlight. You are allowed to have attention and all eyes on you. You are allowed to claim that. Don't let anyone take away from that, you know. You know, you're allowed to have your moment, is what I'm hearing here with this one. You may have had pressure or guilt put upon you from others, you know, for I'm hearing, like, look at me, like you felt like you were called a look at me, or like an attention seeker, or but that's okay. You're allowed to be in that position. You're allowed to have people looking at you and commenting on you and supporting you, and lifting you up. Like, you're allowed to have that. Okay, so looking at what do we need to focus on and what's going to help us. Okay. So we have the Seven of Cups coming out here. I think, you know, this is just about staying focused and committed on your goals. You have laid down your goals early on in this, I feel, so just sticking to those goals and not getting distracted by, you know, too many options or too many choices that come in. You know, just stick to your original ideas of where you're headed. You're on to a good thing, so I feel like just nurture that and commit to that and devote your energy to that, because if you're true to the way you began, then you're going to finish out strong. Yeah, and you're not going to get down the track a bit and look back and go, oh, this is different. This is totally different to how I envisioned it, or, you know, I kind of went on a different path here or a different tangent here, or this doesn't feel the same as how I intended it to at the start. So yeah, just like it's pulling me back to this Empress card here, like make sure you're nurturing it in the right ways, not letting those external sources influence what you're doing in any way. Okay, and we have the Ten of Swords here. With the Ten of Swords here, I'm just hearing, you know, block it all out, and, you know, don't let yourself get into this Ten of Swords energy, like any conflicts or, you know, anyone sort of putting pressure on you or guilt on you for stepping into the spotlight, like, or anyone trying to sort of clip your wings. Yeah, I'm just hearing to really block out and protect yourself from that. And I feel like you're a person who does a lot of grounding work, cleansing and protection work. But I feel like maybe there are a few more measures that you may need to explore, just to give yourself a bit of a break, energetically and mentally. So yeah, to just whether that's cord cutting or just putting some more protection around your home, or yeah, just having, you know, spending time meditating, or just having that, you know, time where you might switch off from social media to, you know, block out all that noise. I feel like that's going to really be helpful for you to focus on. Yeah, so that you don't get caught up in it, and you can stay in the moment and stay focused on what's best for you and yeah, your own growth moving forward. Okay, and we also had coming out the Ten of Wands. So again, it's a lot of stress here and exhaustion. And on the bottom of the deck we also have the Hermit, so the underlying energy here is for, you know, self-reflection. So yeah, I think this is a big thing that you're taking on, and you definitely, you know, need to take this advice of the Ten of Swords and, you know, blocking out any negativity, anything that's going to bring you down and not be for your highest good. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to cause a lot of stress and exhaustion and fatigue. So just making sure that you do have those chances to recharge your batteries, have some quiet space, have some, you know, you time where it's just yourself, hanging out at home, or take yourself out for a walk, or take yourself, you know, out to the forest for the day where you can get some, you know, peace and quiet and nature time. Yeah, just having that time to get away from it all and, you know, come back into yourself, come back into your own heart. Yeah, with the Ten of Wands, I'm also just getting a message to, you know, save your energy. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, how with the Five of Wands message here was, you know, to let people fix their own problems, because it's not your responsibility to take that on and fix that for them. So yeah, this may just be putting the responsibility back on other people, or, you know, calling on the people in your life to step up to the plate and take on these extra responsibilities or expectations, just to help you out a bit, so that not everything is on your shoulders. Yeah, just to lighten your load a bit. Yeah, because I feel like if you get energetically burnt out and depleted, you'll stop focusing on, you know, these things that you need to take care of yourself, and you won't get that chance to, you know, have that time for yourself to recharge and recover, and yeah, charge up your batteries so that you're able to keep going and doing everything that you're doing. Okay, I have some oracle cards for you. So you got Yamoja, the goddess of all that flows. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Umoja creates a flow where before there was a block or a stagnation in our life force. When we feel uninspired or stuck in life, in a career or in a creative endeavor, from having a child to writing a book, Umoja is a feminine essence that sets our energy back in motion. As a mermaid, she exists both in the world and also in the unseen depths. She can help us dive down deep into the unconscious or into the collective unconscious and retrieve the hidden secrets, or the wise pearls that we need to integrate now for our life to flow again. As the Queen of the Ocean, she baptizes us to start over, to begin again right now, to let everything become brand new. She encourages us to use water as a ritual to send out our offerings to her, to bless our bodies in a warm bath, or to walk along a body of water and allow its perspective to give us the answer or blessing we seek. Umoja wants to cleanse us of the thoughts that are holding us back. Why do children calm down after a bath? Why do we feel healed and more centered after a nice long soak? Water is the element that held us in the womb. The return to our first and most primal element, the loss of gravity, the freedom of buoyancy. This allows us to release feelings or thoughts of being trapped or stuck. Umoja reminds you to use your tail. You are not of this earth. You are of the sea. What do I need to bring out from the depths into the material world? I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Okay, and from the Moonology messages, you got Moon Goddess, Higher Power, The situation you're asking about may feel impossible, but you are magical and you have celestial support. The goddess is on your side. Whatever you're facing, she's bringing you healing, grace, and blessings. You're facing a soul challenge right now. You need to move through it to know how strong you are. Mere mortals often give up when they face tough challenges. But if you're reading this, you're not a mere mortal. You know that you're connected to a higher power, including all the goddesses who are there for you. Tap into that power. The goddess is wise and wants to guide you. Connect by getting out in nature, under the moon, or through chanting or meditation, whatever feels right to you. Which goddess should you reach out to? That's entirely up to you. If you don't already have a favorite goddess, search online and see who you feel most drawn to. Whatever you're going through now, you don't need to handle it on your own. The goddess awaits you. Okay, and finally an Avalon Magic message. Make peace with the wildness within you and all Mother Earth's creations. Very cute little card there. Okay, so group 3, that is what I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed your reading. And please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments if this resonated for you. And I look forward to reading for you again next time. Bye. Okay, let's get some messages for group 2. Group 2, past. Past and present and future. Okay. And any obstacles and blockages. And what do we need to let go of and release here? And what do we need to focus on? What will help us here? Okay. And what else do we? Okay. That'll do for now. Okay. Hello, group 2. If you chose the rose quartz, then this is your reading. Okay, let's get into the past energy. So first we have the 9 of Pentacles coming out here. So this energy, I feel, is someone who has, put a lot of their focus and attention into building what they have. They've always had a certain way they wanted their lives to turn out. So, a certain idea of the sort of family that they want, the sort of home they want. And they've worked hard on creating that life for themselves and that environment for themselves. And you really nurtured that. So you have a lot of love for what you have created in your life, and you do put a lot of your attention on that part of your life. Okay, and you're really passionate in that role. It's something that really brings a lot of love, and into your life and that you're really passionate about, you know, you really make it your center of attention in your world. Okay, so, and you've also got the Eight of Swords coming out with this, so yeah, I'm feeling like there was a lot of things that held you back in your life previously, and what I'm feeling is that you don't want that to transfer over to this life that you're building, so you're trying to, sort of shield yourself away from, you know, things from your past that you don't align with, that you know are not in your highest good. So yeah, you've always got that sort of struggle of trying to keep your focus moving forward the way that you want it to. Okay, so the current energy coming out, we have the Five of Swords. Okay, so with the Five of Swords here, okay, I'm feeling like you are still sort of dealing with pain and wounds from the past. So I'm seeing like, you know, it's an internal battle, but there's still a lot of external forces that sort of affect you, and you sort of, and they still get in and affect you. So I see all these people around in the background with their swords. So whether that's, you know, family influences, friends influences, you know, community, acquaintances, co-workers, they might be not intending to affect you the way that they are, but somehow that they are getting to you. And yeah, a lot of the struggle is actually coming from within, and it's a lot of internalized struggle. Okay, so what else here? The Nine of Wands coming out here. So yeah, I feel like at the moment you are being tested on, you know, who you are and what you are going to be in life and where you're going in life. And I do see like a lot of those outside sort of forces here. So it's really a time for you to step up and show people what you've got. Yeah, there's a real chance for you to step into your power and, you know, step up to the plate. Yeah, I feel like there's a need for you here to prove yourself, like, and you might think, you know, you need to prove yourself to all of these people, but it's actually, the way to really prove yourself is to prove yourself to yourself, to show yourself, you know, how capable you are, or that you can actually do this, you know, that you can step into your own shoes and be your own person and set yourself apart from the rest. Okay, so we have Temperance coming out here as well. So I feel like you, in your life, you're used to stepping into that role of keeping balance and, you know, yeah, trying to create harmony within the situation. But here I'm actually being being drawn to the fact that you actually need to loosen this up a bit, and you know, not everything is going to be perfectly balanced, and you know, not everything is going to be, you know, this amount of ingredients and then this amount of ingredients equals the perfect thing. It's, you know, you may be going against the grain here, or you may be, you know, pushing those limits or those boundaries that you normally have in place, to really get to that authentic person. Yeah, and just letting that authenticity flow a bit better by just loosening the reins a bit. And that sort of loosening up a bit might be where you actually find that you don't need to hold back, or you don't need to hold on so much. And if you actually loosen up and let it go and let it out a little bit, you know, then it'll just naturally start to flourish. Okay, so we also have the 7 of Pentacles here. So I feel like with the 7 of Pentacles here, it's like getting ahead of yourself a little bit, and you know, being too attached to the outcome at the other side. So you may be hoping for this, you know, abundance or success, or like, you know, to, you know, start this new successful job, or you know, you're studying, so you want to eventually get this big paying job one day, or you know, you're doing this big project, and you know, you want it to gain a lot of attention, and you know, it's going to bring you a lot of money and success. But I feel like you need to come away from that thinking for a little bit, and not concentrate so much on the outcome or the goal or the, you know, the money or the abundance from it. Yeah, once you shift your focus, I feel like you're going to start living it and manifesting it in a better way than you currently are. Okay, let's see what comes out for the future energy here. So okay, so first off we have the 7 of Cups here. So yeah, I'm feeling that there's still quite a bit going on for you here, and you're still yet to sort of find your purpose or your goal and really align with something. Like, I feel like there's a lot of things sort of catching your attention, and you're sort of like watering all of these seeds. So like, you've got all these seeds growing, and you're paying attention to many different ones, and you haven't really found that one thing that really encaptures you, because I feel like there needs to be all of this energy that you're sort of scattering around needs to be poured into one specific area a bit more intensely. Okay, and we also have the Star coming out here for future energy. So really, I need to just like have faith, and allow divine will to take over. You know, the universe has a plan, and everything will happen in divine timing. So just letting that unfold, and sort of giving that control over to the universe, so that, you know, it's out of your hands and off your shoulders, and just going with the flow of how it's going to naturally just unfold for you. Okay, and we also have the Wheel of Fortune here. So yeah, I'm feeling this energy of like it's been spinning, 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 and you know, you've been putting your energy into all these different places all around, but you know, you will get to a point where eventually it'll click and there'll be sort of like a turning point, and you'll go, oh yeah, this is where I'm headed, or and yeah, things will just click into place for you. So, you know, I guess you're just waiting for that moment of clarity or sense of direction. And you know, I feel like eventually that will come. And we also have the Three of Pentacles here, so yeah, I feel like just keep nurturing what is really important to you. That is the key here. Because you do have a lot of good intentions, and you have something worth really nurturing and growing and building upon. And I do see you really growing and developing as a person as well as in life. So yeah, it's just about tending to that in the right ways and pouring the right energy into it. And also it may be about collaborating with others and reaching out to others and really connecting in with others, because they may have something to offer, or you know, you may be able to lean on them or partner with them, or like work together as a team with them. Yeah, they may help lift you up, you may help lift them up. Yeah. Okay. So moving into what are the obstacles here. So we have the Five of Wands coming out here. So the obstacles, I feel Five of Wands being like some kind of rivalry or some kind of challenger. So I feel like what's going to block you from growing and moving forward is feeling like comparing yourself to anyone else, or to, you know, anyone else involved or anyone else in your life. Yeah, because competition is healthy, and it's all well and good to compete with other people, but I feel like there's this overarching sense of comparing yourself, and yeah, this constant comparison to other people is going to really keep you stuck, and yeah, be a constant sort of challenge for you that you're going to have to keep addressing. Okay, and we do have the Two of Cups coming out here as well. So this may be an opportunity that presents itself to you, and it may come from someone that you see as like a challenge to you, or like someone who's been opposing you or rivaling you in some way. But what you don't realize is they're actually, you know, they're actually lifting you up and offering you a hand, and yeah, putting out an olive branch to you. So there may be a strong connection here with someone, or yeah, a more formal sort of business partnership, or just yeah, partner in whatever project or study that you're doing, whatever it is for you. I feel like yeah, there's going to be a connection with someone, and a partnering up. Okay, so what else here for what we need to let go of and release? we have the Four of Pentacles here. So you are focused on long-term goals here with this, I feel. So I think we need to sort of release attachment to the outcomes a bit here as well. So, you know, just paying attention to where you are at now and just seeing how it develops, rather than, you know, having a set end goal in mind and striving for that. You know, like think of you know, what you can do in the moment, and always be, you know, making those small reachable goals along the way, so that you know that you're focusing your energy where it should be. Okay, so I'm just feeling like once you start pouring your energy into this more focused area where you're meant to be, you'll create a lot more stability. And it'll be more stable for you. So it'll gain better attention. It will get better success. So that might be, you know, about the way that you're manifesting. So really manifesting on a daily basis as though you're already living those outcomes and that life. Okay, so we also have the Ten of Pentacles coming out here. So with the Ten of Pentacles here, I do feel like it is a long-term success that you are building. So, you know, it is going to be a slow burn, and I feel like it'll just gain momentum over time, and it will be more powerful over time. So I see, you know, like children and grandmothers here in this. So like it'll be like a project, or, you know, a company that you're starting that will grow and grow into their future, and like just become bigger and bigger, like more people, or if it's like a community or a family or a friendship group, like it'll just get bigger and bigger. And, you know, and I see all these different types of people. So there's, you know, children, grandmothers, you know, all these different types of people, but they're all valued, and they've all got beautiful different contributions. Yeah, so that's much like a workplace or a community. Like everyone's different. They've all got their different skills and abilities. So yeah, I really see that playing out in your future as well. Okay, so what else do we need to focus on? And what else will help us here? So we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So definitely see things starting to grow and boom for you, and, you know, become successful and abundant in the way that you're wanting. Okay, so we also have the Ten of Wands here as well. Yeah, so I do feel things really going well for you, just as long as you don't get too overwhelmed. Don't let those sort of negative thinking patterns drag you down. Make sure that you're having, you know, those mental health days or self-care days. Just making sure you have that time to really focus on yourself. Don't get burnt out, because that's when it will start to really affect you mentally, and become very stressful for you. So yeah, really important to keep your eye on the end goals and nurture all the good things, but you're not going to be able to continue to do that if you don't look after yourself and put yourself first every once in a while. That would be really important. Okay, so I have some oracle cards for you from the Divine Feminine Oracle. This is Kali. Kali is as subtle as a sledgehammer. She shows up to strip us of what no longer serves us. And that sounds good in theory, but in practice it can feel as if the ground beneath us has turned to sand. All those illusions about ourselves, especially what we think we're capable of, suddenly dissolve beneath us. When Kali sweeps in, we can easily slip into feeling like a victim. It can feel as though events are happening to us rather than for us. Kali doesn't want us to waste another precious second of being someone we are not. She doesn't want us to be with a partner who doesn't treat us with the respect and love we need to do the light work we've come here to do. Kali wants to sever the ties of our ego has made out of fear, or out of a false belief that we don't deserve better or more. She wants to get terrifyingly real. She wants us to reckon with the fact that we are not here to please others or to make them proud. We are here to listen to the singular call of our own soul. Kali is the harbinger of having entered Kairos soul time, and stripping the ego to reveal the soul can feel raw and often heartbreaking, but ultimately Kali has come out of fierce love for the truth of who we really are. She is giving us the opportunity to choose again, to start over, and this time from a place of tremendous wisdom and strength, our vulnerability. She lets us begin again from the bare bones truth of who we are. What is falling away from my life right now that no longer serves me? I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. Okay, and from the Moonology messages, we got Quicksilver Moon changes. Nothing stays the same forever. If you want to change, rejoice. If you're clinging on to a situation that may well have run its course, however, then this card is a gentle suggestion to release your grip. Nothing about your situation is currently firmly fixed. That can be a good thing, so stay open. Keep your eyes peeled for signs as well. In particular, notice the next song you hear. Is there a message in it for you about your question? If you're not happy about your situation, the good news is that change is afoot, so don't give up. What seems stuck now could be far more flexible quite soon. If you're hoping to change the course you're on now, this is a sign that you can, so take action. If the idea of change worries you, try to have a little faith in the universe. Set the intention that whatever happens next is happening for your highest good. The fact that nothing lasts forever is a part of this card's message. Events are moving. Okay, so we have one last message from Avalon Magic. This one here. Your life lessons will be repeated until they are learnt. Guidance is on the way. Okay, that is all I have for you, Group 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please make sure you like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments if this resonated for you. I look forward again to reading for you again soon. Bye. group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this iolite, then this reading is for you. Okay, so getting into the past energy, let's see what we have here. So we've got the Page of Swords. So Page of Swords in the past energy, I'm feeling like it's like you're hung up on something, you know, some aspect of someone else's life, or yeah, things that you can't control. So yeah, there's this energy of sort of putting too much focus on some things that are out of your hands. Okay, so we also have the Two of Cups coming out here. So I definitely feel like you've had to really make strong partnerships with people around you recently, in the current, like the not so distant past. So you've had to rely on like strong friendships to get you through. What else do we have? So the Ten of Pentacles here. So the energy I'm feeling here is like you put a lot of effort into working on something, and it sort of went backwards a bit. So yeah, you feel like you've sort of taken a few steps backwards in that aspect of your life. So, you know, whether that's within the family unit or within a friendship circle or community, or even in a career sense, like you feel like you were making progress in your studies or career, but then you've actually taken a few steps back. And you sort of had to start again, or start building something new to replace that. Okay, let's see what comes out in the current energy here. Making room. Okay, so we have the Empress here in the current energy. So yeah, I definitely feel like there's this new, from the Ten of Pentacles, there's something new that you're working on and nurturing here, that you're sort of having to start again and start afresh with. And yeah, you really want to make it right this time. Yeah, I feel like last time it's like you sort of attempted something, it didn't quite work out the way you envisioned or planned, and now you're sort of back at the beginning, starting again, you know, helping it grow, trying to do the right things and to nurture it in the right ways, and do the best you can and give it the best you can. Okay. You've also got here, this is the good luck charm, which is the Wheel of Fortune. So we've also got the Queen of Cups here. So what I'm feeling for this is an energy of needing to really feel your emotions. So you may think that you're processing your emotions, but you're actually kind of not dealing with them. So you think that you're like working through them and letting them go, but you're actually just like, you kind of like fast forwarding through the whole process, so you're not actually facing them head on, and you're not actually feeling those feelings that need to be felt in order to move through them and really process them properly. Okay, so I feel like there is going to be a turning point for that. So at some point in your journey, you're going to reach a moment where, you know, you get clarity on how to do that for yourself. Yeah, and how to face these emotions that you don't want to face. Yeah, and I think it's just you're in a bit of a time period at the moment where you're trying to figure it all out, and you haven't quite reached that turning point yet where you have your moment of clarity and go, oh, okay, yep, this is actually what I need to feel, and this is what I need to move through. And yes, I've kind of been avoiding it, or I've been, you know, focusing my energy on my other emotions, but yeah, this is time for me to deal with this so I can move through it properly. Yeah, because alright, and moving into the future energy here, so we have the Tower coming out here, and we also have the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like the Tower coming out here is, it's kind of like saying, like, if you don't move through the emotions that you need to move through, you are just going to keep spinning around and around and around, and you're never going to have that moment of clarity and direction, and you're never really going to know which way to turn, because you'll always keep having these Tower moments, and you sort of, like, something knocks you down and you walk away from it and you think, you know, oh, I've learnt my lesson, but you're off in the wrong direction again. So it's like you're going to keep hitting these Tower moments until you have that sort of moment of clarity and you get that direction. So yeah, you're going to get to a point where you get hit and you get knocked down again, and it's going to change you that time, and there's going to be a point in time when you go, you know, enough is enough, I've got to walk away from this in a different way, I've got to gain strength from this, and then, you know, the next time I put my foot down, it's going to be in the right direction, and I'm going to be standing in my power, and I'm going to know where to focus my attention and where to pour all of my emotions in. I'm really going to know who I am and where I stand and what I'm fighting for, and, you know, what I'm doing in this life, and, you know, there's a reason behind all of it. And, you know, that's why you try so hard to nurture what you've got here with the Empress card. You know, there's a reason for it all. You know, you keep getting knocked back down, but there's a reason you keep getting back up again, because you've got something to fight for. You've got something worth nurturing. And you're good at it. You're good at this role, this nurturing role. And you've still got something worth nurturing and worth growing. You know, you thought you had it all before, but you can still have it now. It's just you're recreating it. And yeah. And I feel like it's going to be better this time, even better this time, because, you know, it's going to have so much of your love poured into it. Okay, so what have we got here? our challenges and what is blocking us. Okay, so I feel like the Six of Wands here coming out, and it's, you know, coming out to tell you that you're going to be stepping into your power, and you know, that's something that you may not be used to, or you may not be familiar with embodying. But you are going to turn heads, and people be like, wow, where did this person come from, you know? Yeah, they're just going to be amazed because they haven't seen this side of you before. So yeah, that's a really exciting energy for you to really step into and just embody this powerful, amazing person that you are. Yeah, and really, really show people what you've got, what's deep inside of you. And you know, you might even catch yourself by surprise, or you know, it might be a time of discovering yourself, and you might, you know, go, wow, look at me and what I'm doing. Yeah, maybe something that you've always thought about stepping into, but you never really had it in you, or you never really knew how to bring it out. So yeah, I really feel that energy, you really stepping into that energy, and yeah, shocking people and even surprising yourself. Okay, so we also have the King of Swords here. So yeah, I feel like you're going to be learning from other people, or other mentors, or you know, other people with knowledge or experiences, as you're trying to step into your power here, as you're trying to, you know, nurture and, you know, put your foot down and step into your power. You know, as you're having to do this, as you're having to step into these shoes, you're going to be looking at other people and how they do it and how they use their voice, and you know, yeah, getting inspiration on how to really speak up, and yeah, how to start using your voice and using it powerfully. Okay, and we have also got the Queen of Pentacles coming out here. So you know, you might, part of what's holding you back is you feel like if you step into this, that you're going to be giving up on other things, or that you're going to have to leave certain things behind, or you know, you might lose out on some things. But what you don't realize is it's actually going to work out a whole lot better for you once you step into your power, and once you tackle these things head on. Yeah, because you're definitely coming from the right place, and I really feel in this situation like the right thing is going to triumph above all else. So you're not going to lose out, you're not going to be sacrificing anything that you already have. Like, there's only good things to come from it. You know, and I feel like you are going to be able to create it all, and grow this beautiful thing that you're trying to create. Yeah, once you step into your power. And yeah, you're definitely not going to lose anything, or you're not going to have less or have anything taken away from you through this process. Okay. And what do we need to let go of and release? Okay. We've got the Emperor coming out here, and I feel like we need to let go of our position of the past, of like letting other people dominate or take the lead or take advantage of us. So I feel like we've always been in that sort of more submissive role in the situation, in the relationship, in the family unit, yeah, just in life in general. We've always sort of taken that back step, that back seat. We let someone else take the lead, you know, sort of direct how we feel, like, yeah, really having an influence on a lot of our lives. So we've sort of had to just comply with how things are going because they're the leader and, you know, we do what they say kind of thing. So we're really going to have to separate ourselves and come away from that and actually step into this Emperor energy ourselves and, you know, take the lead of our own lives. You know, it's all in your hands. You've got to step into that to be able to, you know, take ownership of your life and, yeah, grab it all by the reins and take charge of it all. Yeah, there's a lot on your shoulders here, but you do have what it takes. It's just a matter of stepping up to the plate. Okay. And we have here this Seven of Swords coming out here. I feel a message coming out here of like you feel guilty or you have judgment placed upon you that you're not doing the right thing, or, you know, but your motivations and your reasons have always been from a pure and loving place. So yeah, just don't buy into any of that and just, yeah, stand your ground and stick to your truth. Because yeah, you're actually coming from a place of love and kindness, and it's actually what you're trying to do is because you care about other people and your life. Okay, so what do we need to focus on and help us moving forward? Okay, so the Star. So really focusing on having hope for your future, because I do see a lot of greatness coming in for you and a lot of, you know, your wishes coming true of how you want your life to turn out. So definitely hanging on to that. And we also have the Justice card coming out. So definitely a feeling of like, you know, you have been fighting for something that you believe is right, and, you know, things will turn out for the best and for the right reasons. So, you know, your heart's in it for the right reasons, so the outcome is going to be in alignment with that. So I definitely don't think you need to be concerned about any of the outcomes that will come for you, because you know, good always prevails, and I feel like you're coming from a good place, so that you will have your justice. And, you know, the people with the wrong intentions, you know, will also get their justice. It will just, like how karma works, it will go back to them. So, you know, if they've been in the wrong, their time will come where they'll have to face that and face the truth and face the consequences, yeah, and be responsible for the actions, yeah, and what's going to happen because of their actions. They've got to take that on for themselves now. Okay, so we also have the Four of Cups. So this is just a reminder that you know, you're not going to be able to pick and choose. You're not going to be able to control everything. So yeah, not everything is going to be perfectly designed to the way that you can imagine or could ever dream of. So just, yeah, being open to different possibilities or new perspectives, and not being so black and white along the way can be helpful. I'm not saying like lower your boundaries or your standards. Definitely keep those boundaries in place, and yeah, you don't have to give up on what your standards are, but definitely just be open, and yeah, don't be so closed off so that you can't see other options, and at least be open to considering other options and ideas. Okay. We also have the Eight of Wands coming out. So yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot of changes and a lot of things happening. So I feel like throughout this whole process, you really just need to go with the flow and take things as they come. There may be periods of times when it feels like lots of things are going on and that you've got to take action super quickly, which may be the case, but also don't be pressured or pushed into anything, because you may have more time than they are making out that you have. So yeah, don't feel that rush or pressure. Take your time to be logical and practical and grounded. Yeah, but also there will be, yeah, lulls in that time, so things might go quiet for a bit. Seems like nothing's happening, so just sort of go with the flow and ride those quieter times until it's time to take action again. But yeah, I feel like the fire is always within you, so don't let that spark totally go out. But yeah, just sort of go with the flow of the universe. Let divine timing have its place, and divine will take the wheel a little bit there from you. Okay, so I have some oracle messages for you. You got from the Divine Feminine, you got Pope Joan. We can so easily get caught beneath the glass ceiling of what we think is possible. But the truth is that everything is possible. It's hard for us to imagine just how much the divine wants for our lives, much more than we could ever hope. Pope Joan reminds us that even if we think what we want isn't possible, it is, or even better. There is something our soul wants for us that will give us more than we can think to ask for. Pope Joan is a sign to trust in what you believe about yourself. Trust what's within you. Don't rely on what you see around you. Have faith. Know that circumstances you are currently in are transformed from within. Begin to believe in a vision of your life. Cultivate the capacity to see it, to really imagine it with all your senses, and you will live into the day when it exists as the reality that now surrounds you. Pope Joan's right hand is held in the papal blessing, a Christian mudra of benediction. The two fingers that point downward represent Christ's dual nature as both fully human and fully divine. The human ego is limited and lives beneath a glass ceiling. Joan demonstrates to us, though, that for the soul, the glass ceiling doesn't even exist. Trust in what the soul knows is possible for you. This is what Joan's wry smile reminds us. What helps me remember that all things are still possible for me? The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. Okay, and from the Moonology messages, we have transformation. As we move through life, we can aim high or low. For example, when it comes to your current situation, you can hope for small changes, or you can aim for massive transformation that takes everyone involved to the next level. There is magic afoot now, even if you can't feel it. You have the power to transform your life. Believe that whatever you're going through right now is what you have to experience to get you to where you want to go. A romantic situation can get better than ever when you draw this card, but do allow the universe to show you who the romance will be with. It could be with your current partner or someone else, but transformation is possible. If you're asking about abundance, know that transformation is possible in this regard too. Either way, you have to believe in your powers and your ability to shape your life. Once you do that, align with the moon cycles. Set intentions at new moon and do release work at full moon, and watch your life transform. Okay, and we have one last Avalon Magic message. This one here. Do not look for validation in others. Be uniquely you and follow your own path. Okay, so group 3, that is your reading for today, this week. I hope you've enjoyed your messages, and please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if it resonated for you, and I look forward to reading for you again next week. Bye.